Hello, citizens. So, this is my 1 year and a bit update for having both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, and want to share my thoughts about them. So, first up with the PlayStation. After about a year and a couple of months, mine broke. So, that really sucked. Um, I sent it off to get fixed by PlayStation, sent it back within like a week, which is fine, but there's a bit of a technical glitch with it where if you've got a smart TV and you've got your PlayStation set to start whenever you turn on your TV or whenever you turn off your TV, it'll be coordinating and it'll just shut off. So there's a couple of, more than a few times where, I just turn off my TV, walk away, go to bed. But that would then mean that it would do a hard reboot and repair the hard drive. And I did that one too many times, I think. And that's what caused it to just completely flunk. So it got to the point where I could press the button and it would beep and the lights would glow on it, but it wouldn't do anything else. And I wasn't able to do a complete hard reset. So I tried holding the power button for, 10 seconds or however long it is. And even that wasn't doing anything. So that really sucked. So my suggestion for anyone who does have a PS5 is when you're looking at your power settings and all of that, don't just walk away from your PlayStation. Just, manually turn it off using the controller. That's my best suggestion to make sure that it doesn't screw up. So partly I'd say that's laziness, but also I feel like that's a bit of PlayStation's fault as well, which is really annoying. So that's the major issue that I've had thus far with both consoles. I'm still really enjoying the PlayStation 5 in general. Like, the graphics are great, the haptic feedback on the controllers are really amazing, particularly the newest Ratchet and Clank. It's really impressive how, depending on how hard you pull your back triggers, will depend on how fast those guns are shooting, or if you're aiming with a grenade and then you pull it down all the way and it will let go of the grenade. So that kind of immersion is really impressive. Which is something that Xbox doesn't have. They're just kind of standard, have vibrations, and that's about it. I still like the user interface of the PlayStation 5 a lot more. It just feels cleaner and more easy to navigate. They've separated their games from their media, and their search function on their PlayStation Store I also find is a lot better as well. I know that they have announced the new, kind of like a competitor to Xbox Game Pass, but looking at it so far, doesn't look like it's worth it. You're paying more for it. They've only released like 4 PlayStation 1 games on it, which I feel is really disappointing because there's a ton of PlayStation 1 games that I would love to play, like, Crash Bash, or there were a whole bunch of Muppet Racing games as well, which I loved as a kid, which I'd love to go back to. I can bring out my PlayStation 3 or PS1 and play them again, but, having that easy access on your console would be great. But as I said, it's early days. We're not going to be able to access the PlayStation Game Pass for a while yet. It's only showing in Japan at the moment, I believe. So they're still tinkering with it. What else? In comparison, I am enjoying the online games on my Xbox a lot more. I'm finding that because Xbox and PC are able to cross-play, there's a lot more people that you can link in with and join games on. But with the PlayStation, you're limited to just the PlayStation unless it's crossplay, and there's not that many crossplay games. So an example for this was the latest Aliens Fireteam game. I got it both on PlayStation 5 and it came out on Xbox Game Pass. And with the PlayStation 5, I was waiting for like 10-20 minutes to try and find a match, which was really frustrating. But with the Xbox, it would only take me about 2 to 3 minutes max. So I'm thinking going ahead, whenever I play any of my online console games, I'll play them solely on my Xbox because it does have a larger user base, I think is what I'm trying to say. Again, Xbox's user interface is a bit clunky for me. I find it very difficult to find games of a particular genre that I really am interested in, or to sort them by, date they've come out or price. So that kind of falls down for me. I do still think the controller is a bit clunky and very clicky, very plasticky. So that still kind of upsets me. But the controller works. It's fine, really. It's just I don't know. I wish it was a bit more advanced techie somehow, or I didn't hear every single click from when I'm pressing the buttons and when I'm pressing the directional pad. That's bugging me a little bit. But they're both very good consoles, but at the moment I'm really enjoying the Xbox. I mean, I haven't had an Xbox before, so I'm able to go back and I'm playing all the original Halos, I'm playing all of the Gears of War, which I've never played before, so that's really exciting for me. So just going back and all of that. Also, the backwards compatibility is such a winner for me. There are a whole bunch of games that I never played on the Xbox, or even just older games that came out on both the PlayStation and Xbox, but they're available on the Xbox Series X. So they've got Bard'S Tale, which I absolutely loved. So I've been able to play that again. Like I said, the old Gears of War, the old Halo series, a whole bunch of their old kids games, which I've tried now, which is really fun, and you're able to just download, try it, and the loading times are just super fast. It's really... when I went back to play my PlayStation 4 while waiting for my PS5 to get fixed, you really notice those loading times. So that's really impressive, like a really cool feature of just how quickly everything boots up. Or particularly with the Xbox, something that's really cool is that when you're in one game and you're not feeling like playing that, you can immediately switch to another one and it'll boot up immediately. And then if you're like done with that one, you can switch back to the other one immediately. It's really impressive, really impressive. But other than that, look, I'm still enjoying both of them. I think, particularly with PlayStation and its exclusives, I mean, they've got the Wolverine game coming out and another Spider-Man game coming out, which is really cool. So I'm going to continue to play all my single-player games on my PS5, but I'm thinking going forward, for me, I'm going to play all of my online games exclusively on the Xbox. So we'll see how that pans out. But those are my thoughts. Hope it was helpful to any of you out there, and catch you later.